So there's a saying in our business: nobody wants to use benefits designed by the finance team, but nobody wants to pay for the benefits that are designed by the talent team or the HR team. So what do we do with that? There's a natural push and pull of those objectives that we call talent objectives and capital objectives. And the truth of the matter is, both are very real considerations. Both are very important. And so one of the things that we do with our clients is we help them optimize that balance. And there's 3 things that we have to do to ensure that we strike the right balance for a company to get where they want to go. The 3 things are: 1, we have to find alignment. We have to get on the same sheet of music. Number 2 is we have to prioritize what matters. And number 3 is we have to create flexibility for ongoing innovation. So what do those 3 things mean? We're going to unpack them very quickly. When it comes to alignment, we have to agree on what our talent strategy is. This looks very different for every company. Some companies can simply not afford to lose the people that they have on the team. It's absolutely essential to the product. It's absolutely essential to the market. They have to keep those people. The next, side of the equation is we turn over employees very frequently. We can replace them very easily. Unskilled trades, landscaping, things of that nature. We see this a lot. High turnover, relatively low investment in benefits and compensation packages overall. So what we do with our clients to kind of find this middle ground is we walk through a quick exercise. We say, basically, if I gave you 10 coins in your hand and you have 2 buckets in front of you, one is your talent strategy bucket, the other one is your capital or your financial strategy bucket. I would like for an HR decision maker or someone from the talent team and then someone from the financial team to go through that exercise and allocate those coins to the 2 buckets. What we often find is that the answer we get from the financial side of the house is different from what you get on the talent side of the house, and not always in the way that you would expect. It's not uncommon for us to hear a financial decision maker say, I put 7 coins in the talent bucket and I put 3 in the financial bucket, where the HR director would say, man, based on everything I've seen here, I actually put 4 in the talent bucket and I put 6 in the capital bucket. It seems to me like financial priorities always win. Until these 2 sides are in alignment on what those strategies look like and basically get to the same answer, it's very hard for us to design a program that's going to meet those objectives. We can't make everybody happy if you don't agree on what you want first. So that's the first thing. A little bit of kumbaya, a little bit of fun. It's kind of a fun exercise to do that, but it also helps give us insight into your business and what really matters. The next thing is to prioritize what matters for the company. What do your employees want to see in a benefits package? What do they appreciate about the package that's already there? So in order to do this, we have to gather feedback. This can look like a survey, company-wide survey. We're collecting that data and we're looking for a steady drumbeat in that data. We're looking for a repeated, either something that people really like or something people would like to see. So we're not looking for this is a true story, by the way, we're not looking for the 1 or 2 people who ask for a popcorn machine in the office. We're looking for the 25 or 30% of the company that says, I've had real issues with the prescription drug coverage. I've had issues with specialty pharmacy. I've had issues with whatever that may be in the benefits package. And when we find those steady drumbeats, we hone in on what it would look like to actually improve in that area. And then we have to prioritize. So once we get this data, we set our objectives, we see where the room for opportunity is, we prioritize and we schedule that by the return on investment. And that's not just a return on financial investment, the cost to implement that solution. It's also a return on the raw effort that it takes to implement some of these things. Some of these implementations are actually very challenging. There's a change management process within the company culture that it requires in order to do this. Sometimes, honestly, that juice isn't worth the squeeze. So what we do, think of a tree. If I were to give you a big tree, we go for the lowest, ripest hanging fruit on the tree first, and then we work our way up. And at some point, when that return is not worth the raw effort and the financial investment, we stop picking and we go to another tree. The final thing that we have to do is we have to create flexibility for innovation. This is extremely important. So we have to first be able to harvest the right data. This means having access to the right data. A lot of health insurance programs in the market today, a lot of the traditional carrier-driven programs simply don't give you the data that you need to make these decisions, to find those areas where you're inefficient and to actually do something about it. So we have to create a program that gives us that flexibility, gives us the data to make those decisions, and then allows us the alignment with that vendor to be able to get where we want to go. So it's no secret, a lot of these vendors are in the market to make money, but when we meticulously select the right partners and we have aligned objectives, we're going to be able to get those things accomplished in the way that we want to. And a big part of that is going through all of your vendor contracts and making sure that their terms agree with our objectives. So one common thing that we see, you may put in a pharmacy benefit contract that has a 3-year contract agreement. I actually had this happen with a client. They felt really good about the partner, signed a 3-year contract with a PBM. That PBM sold 18 months later, and the service and the financial performance went completely south on the group from what they had experienced prior to that transaction. We can't have that. So we have to make sure that those contracts ensure accountability for those vendors. They ensure flexibility so that we can pivot when they pivot and we can keep you in the best possible place for your company. I hope these things help. This is just a small part of what we do, but it is the foundational element to everything else that we build. Until we sing Kumbaya, until we all agree on what we're trying to accomplish here, it's really, really difficult to accomplish any objectives at all. Thank you for watching. I'm Taylor Rogers with CCIG.